I think in the startup world, the world where you start businesses and you get them off the ground, I think there's two groups that are often totally misaligned in terms of how they view the world. There's the first group that is kind of like the financy type people, and they do a lot of if things work out perfectly, then it should look at this way. And this is the way that the startup should look. And it's kind of the conventional wisdom that you'd sort of think about and what that looks like. If you're to talk to anybody in the sort of startup world, you're probably talking to financy types. But on the opposite side, you have people that are actually often doing it. And when you're actually doing it and living that life, you'll realize that it's fundamentally different. And there's a lot of flaws. It's extraordinarily messy, and you often don't know what to do. And it's often very embarrassing in terms of how you do it. The conception of what that looks like, and to be honest, I sort of was maybe on the former before in terms of the sort of pretend nature of it. But then when you're on the latter side of it, when you're actually doing it, so the whole reciprocity project, it's messy, it's embarrassing. I don't know how to do anything. It's always feels like there's something that's broken. I wish that there was some better way out there of doing it other than the fact that it's just messy and I'm doing the best that I possibly can at any given time. I think it's really interesting until you go through it and you build it and you actually try to do it yourself, you realize that there is no right way. You realize that each moment you're embarrassed for what you actually had done, and you're even more embarrassed for the future. And this is what it often actually is just one little step, embarrassing step, and it's fledgling. You're trying your best, and it almost always feels like it's going to fall apart. But it's far different than the stories that are told in terms of that there's all sorts of funding. It's easy to put these things together and everything just kind of works out. What you realize when you do it is that there are a lot of mistakes. There's lots of, I wish it would turn out differently. There's lots of, well, that didn't work out. There is a lot of, well, geez, nobody's going to pitch in, so I guess I'm going to have to do this myself. There's a ton of, I have no idea, but I'm going to do this anyways. And what you realize as you go through all of this is that there's no right way. And you do your best with the given resources that you have, and you try and you put one step forward. So for all of those, and this is why I almost always shy away from the financy type stuff, is because they live in a completely different reality than the people that actually do it. It's fundamentally different. So one of the things that you will learn as a graduate student, and it's almost comical when people read scientific articles, they think it's extraordinarily easy to do. And the conversation is, this is just how you do it. It's very simple. Until you actually go do it and you realize it rips your heart out and you don't know what to do and you're just embarrassed the whole time. So these moments of it's so easy from the outside. You just have to know that everybody else that has been in the same boat, that has built something, that tried to do something in any genre, in any area, you realize that nobody knows what they're doing and they just try one little day at a time. Whether it is writing a research paper, which I guarantee I know firsthand of I've done almost every very, very talented researcher that I know has no idea what they're doing, and it's agony and it's painful. And anybody that has actually built something, a startup type thing, they will say the same thing. Would they do it again? Most of the time, a lot of people will say no. They would not do it again because it was too difficult and they had no idea what they're doing and it was so embarrassing. Would you have forecasted it? No. And that is the fundamental thing that you will understand when you do any of these things. You cannot forecast how challenging it will be and the forces that you will have to climb. So that's it. Just try every day. If you're in the group of building something, you're in good hands. Many other people build things and they haven't got a clue what they're doing and they just do their best. If you're in the other group, just have a little bit of compassion. Just realize that it's far more difficult on the other side than actually than observing. It's very easy to observe, much more difficult to do it. That's why we have a whole market of people observing and very few people actually doing it. Take care and have a wonderful day.